When your world starts falling apart, your mind becomes your only shelter. We only have two types of people on this earth: those who work to get what they want, and those who work to find an excuse why they didn't get it. We only have two types of people on this earth: those who work to get what they want, and those who work to find an excuse for why they didn't get it. You pray for the rain, and you have to be willing to deal with the mud, the pain, the fatigue. All of this is part of the process of growth. If it's hard for you, it's because you're planting something. When we stop being ambitious, we start dying. I don't want to know what you did. I want to know what you're going to do from now on. You will only find your success after you go through failure. You have to face your incompetence first to find out what attitudes you have to develop. If you change your mental model, you change your life. If your mind changes, it leads your life to another phase. Either you will work to get what you want, or you will work to get an excuse.
Do you have anything well done in your life that you did consistently and relevantly? If you didn't follow it, I doubt you did. Either it's too hard because you're sleeping, you're not doing anything. I'm sorry, I'm not the one to help you. Do you want to? You have to do it. It's hard. So for you to make a change, transforming what is possible into what is impossible, sometimes you have to modify your own psychological structure. Because the moment you modify your psychological structure, you don't need willpower. So take the willpower out of the game and modify your psychological structure. These are the attitudes that differentiate the person who actually goes there and does from the people who keep complaining. If you complain today, you're spending energy on negative things, on criticism, on complaining, on procrastination, and you're not investing energy in what you actually have to do to get there.
It's the power of decision. We have to take a different positioning. Do you understand? Be better tomorrow than you were today. You don't have to be better than anyone. You just have to be better than yourself. If you're not willing, if you're afraid of climbing, you don't deserve the top of the mountain. When someone decides something in life and it's irreversible, the body, the intelligence, the brain, and the universe take care of the rest. The new currency is time. The time you dedicate to prepare for something, the time you dedicate to transform yourself. For you to get here today, how many lions and bears have you killed in your life? You're going to live today what you did yesterday. If you want to change, don't change tomorrow, change now. Life is about winning. It's no use. If you're planting something, if you're wanting something big, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard. It's going to go wrong before it's right. It's going to be hard before it's easy. That's how it works. You're here to improve your life, but that person you want to be wakes up early to go to the gym, and you wake up. It's a person who reads at least 1 hour a day, and you read 1 hour a day. What screws up plan A is plan B. You put 60% of focus. What does 60% of result mean? The account doesn't close. So where are the biggest learnings? In error? In failure? In loss? In anguish? In pain? In restlessness? We're talking about preparation now because the seed is in there.
So we're talking about changing attitudes. That's what we're talking about. These are immediate decisions. Your life changes today. Your life changes here. Your life changes now. Never let anyone define you. What you have to think is, what is the price I'm willing to pay? The price you're willing to pay will define the game you're going to play. Some people are highly limited. In fact, every time you hear this proposal to change your life, what does your mind do? In a very wise way, it takes all the previous experiences you had, and when it discovers that of the other times they promised you victory and you didn't reach it, your mind doesn't want you to live it again. If you don't flirt with a much better type of life than you have, how are you going to achieve it? How are you going to achieve something that you think you don't deserve? All the limits that surround your life are there because you put them yourself through your beliefs, the beliefs you receive from your family, your friends, your environment.
Now it's up to you to expand these limits. The question that remains is, are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to pay the price to expand these limits? You can go much further than you think you can go. The problem is that when you put that limit around you, you believed that it was the limit. And when you believed, you left a gigantic portion of your life without happening. But the question is, are we all going to leave here to put what we have learned into practice? So I need you to understand and ask, why did you fail in the other times? What is different today than before? Who said you can't do it? They say so much to you that you can't do it that you start to believe and start to extrapolate. You can't do this, you can't do that, but you can't do practically anything. The difference between you and that person who does everything you would like to do and that person is doing and you don't do is because that person knows things you don't know. That's it. It doesn't matter if you come from the slums. It doesn't matter if you come from a broken family. None of that matters. That person only knows things you don't know. Our purpose is to expand, to make you see a little further, to open your mind. Never let and absolutely no one say what you can do or what you can't do.
I only want more in life if I realize that I deserve more in life. Deserve. So the opportunity is being thrown to everyone, and we go for the fight. We go for the challenge. The only person who knows what you can do or not is you, as long as you give yourself the opportunity to do it. I don't know what you live today, but you came to this world to be a winner. That's it. Fighting. That's how it works. It's creating this inner domain inside you. I will do this. Growing hurts. Maturing hurts. Developing hurts. It hurts, but it's worth it. I would like you to stop right now and calculate how many percent of everything that worries you are things that are under your control. A big mistake of people who want to change their behavior is to wait for the will to change to arrive and only then effectively act. The great changes in life, they hardly bring immediate rewards. Understand difficulty with maturity. Things become possible, not easier. What are your goals? What are your life goals? Man, I want this. So I'm motivated. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to eat like this. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to study. Take this course. Be a life-changing person. What is the price you are willing to pay? Are you willing to pay a high price? Because if you are not willing to pay this price, it's no use starting. If you want to change, don't wait for the will to arrive. Fight against your will to remain the way you are. It's time for you to leave the backstage of life and go on stage to star in your own story. It's time for things to stop happening so close to your house. It's time to happen in your life. 1 hour will work. I'm looking, I'm learning, I'm studying, investigating, reading, talking, looking, doing. So you're going to have to pay a price. You need to change your pattern of behavior and thinking. Are you willing to, during the next 90 days, during the next 4 months of your life, no longer stay in bed until such and such time? Are you willing to do that? What is easier? Get up from the chair and do something, or find the culprits to justify the reasons why we are not acting, blaming the world, blaming the crisis, blaming our parents, our families, our boss, our company. The opportunity is there for everyone. It's time for us to change our minds. But all of this depends on whom? On us.
My life changed when I decided it would change. And that's how it works. Most people believe that the opposite of success is failure. The opposite of success is giving up in the face of difficulty. But I learned from failure. Your persistence is proportional to your success. You're not a girl, you're not a boy, you're not a teenager, you're an adult. You give an order and you do what you're saying. Life won't change overnight, but I can give you one thing for sure. If you get up from the chair and take the first step, if this step is firm, and if you continue one step at a time, your life will certainly change. It's our turn. So stop looking back. Your mind has to turn this key. The greatest prophet of your future is yourself. Persistence is to keep walking towards your goals, even in the face of obstacles, problems, adversity, whatever it is. That's persistence. There's no privilege. There are people whose key is turned and started taking the winning attitude. The stimulus has to be greater. Determination has to be greater. Persistence has to be greater. Wait less, think less, and act more. No justification turns your failure into success. No one has the authority to bring harm to your life, if not you. What is the opposite of wealth? Laziness is the opposite of wealth. Any decision you make, you give up something. The lazy ones make decisions not to do something instead of doing something else that is very productive. The remedy for laziness is discipline. And what is the mistake? People make the mistake of thinking that we can only start something when the motivation comes. But the motivation only comes after starting something.
What's the point of not doing what you want in your life because of fear? If you're not doing anything because of fear, if you don't act because you're afraid, then you don't live the life you want. And if you're not living, you're already dead. Even if you go through the struggles of life, the struggles will pass, and you will remain in calm. You will remain whole, firm, victorious. Why? Because what I am determines what I can. What we are determines what we can do. Be yourself and make the world adjust to that. Everything you plant, you will reap. Life is like an echo. If you don't like what you're hearing, just change what you're screaming. Who do you want to blame for your defeat and for your failure? Any excuse you come to give for your failure, it's still a failure. And failure is part of the game. You must have failed several times, and you're here. The best people in the world have failed several times. But failing is not being failed. Failure is the nature of saying, man, it's not this way, it's not that way, it's the other way. It's resilience. Resilience is not you grab your head and try to hit the wall until you break it. Resilience is you try different things until you get your result. So when you try something different, you will usually make a mistake. And when you make a mistake, nature tells you it's not this way. We will go through the same struggles, but we have to react differently. But it's you who has to make this choice.
There will certainly be stress in your life, but how much all this will affect you depends on you. So throw away all your excuses, assume your mistakes, learn from them, and go after the life you want to live. Don't look for excuses for your failure. Find out where your success will come from. For you to be that person you always wanted to be, first you have to break with that person you always were. I want to talk to you about things that we find only in the winners. We hear a lot about victory, and what is the secret of victory? The difference between the winner and the loser is in the decision that these people decided to make